Hey everybody, and welcome to Zeldudes Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
This is where it really begins, and where it began for both of us, right? Like, without this game, I feel like we wouldn't be the Zelda fans we are today.
Exactly, this game is kind of a huge part of, well, my life. This is one of the first games I ever played.
Also same.
This kind of really helped shape who I am and my interests, and definitely, obviously, my love for Zelda, but not just that, kind of fantasy and games in general.
Yeah.
All traces back to Ocarina of Time, and I know you're the same.
Yeah, no, this game is literally my childhood.
This really is the big one.
Exactly, like when I think of a video game, this is the first game that comes to mind. Like, everything about this game is so special to me, it almost defines who I am, and without it, I feel like I wouldn't be a fan of video games in general, let alone the Zelda series.
Exactly. It kind of goes without saying that this is the most important Zelda game.
Yeah, because of the timeline split, but not only that, because this is also the first 3D Zelda game that started so many trends for the series moving forward.
Exactly.
But anyways, with all that said, I think it's time to start.
All right, so I think we've been going Link for all the other games.
We have to.
As
we got to keep the tradition.
Yeah.
And for those wondering, I'm not controlling. It's actually Ed. And we're going to be playing things a bit different this time around. So right now he's playing for now. And
we've got a little trick up our sleeves for this one.
Yep. And what's really cool is we're both playing the authentic experience with the Nintendo 64, Nintendo Switch Online controller. So close enough.
Yeah. So we'll be doing this playthrough in a little bit of an interesting way. But yeah, I'm going to begin. So I'm on the sticks to begin with, but we'll see what happens later. Anyway, we begin in the Kokiri forest, one of the best openings.
Completely agree, though I hate to cut you off because I have to mention, I like how since the game is upscaled, we can see Link's eyes are wide open. Because obviously if we were playing the N64 version, you wouldn't notice his eyes are open, but because, you know, we're playing the upscaled version, you can see the detail. And I guess the developers didn't intend for you to notice the detail in his eyes.
There's a few bits that you can see. It's meant to be played on a CRT, really, isn't it?
Yep.
But this whole scene here, this is so iconic. What a way to open the game.
Right?
Introduces us to the game's
a nightmare
villain.
with his eyes open. Anyways, I'm over that.
That's how terrifying Ganondorf really is.
Yeah. But there is Ganondorf.
Yeah, we only
the
get a
first
glimpse of him.
Right? And he sees him in his nightmare. He didn't actually see him yet, but
yeah, so
that was a premonition, to say the least.
Exactly. That's something, I believe the Deku Tree explains it now. He says something with the evil in the world causes people sensitive to have nightmares. We do have to listen to his words. Rather than mine, let's let the Deku Tree explain it.
Yeah.
Dost thou sense it? I love the way he speaks in kind of old English as well, to show he's old.
Yeah. that convinced me he's old. If he didn't speak this way, I wouldn't be convinced.
Exactly. But malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack Hyrule.
Oh man, I love this opening though. Yeah, such a traditional Zelda opening. Link's asleep, and then this kind of what originated the way we see Zelda as a whole. Link being the forest boy in green, a fairy boy. Like most people see Link as, you know, the protagonist with a fairy companion, but let's be honest, this is really the only game that really, you know, gave us that concept. And well, you know, we did get it in Majora's Mask and Phantom Hourglass, etc. This was the true Zelda game, the game that started everything, all the traditions we know Zelda 4.
Yep. It shows how iconic the hero of time really is among other Links.
Yep.
That he's kind of become the default, really.
Yeah, I agree. When I think of Link, I first think of this hero.
Oh yeah, same.
Hello. I love Navi's voice.
We got first time we hear Navi's little voice, which we'll be hearing quite a lot throughout this playthrough. But this section here, this is it's amazing
it shows you
for the first 3D Zelda game. Exactly, right? Yeah. So you open it up, and this is kind of the developers flexing their 3D environment for the first time, right? They have the camera just fly through the environment.
But then we load into this low picture, like low resolution picture. It looks so obscure, like especially today when it's upscaled, because they couldn't upscale the original image, so it's not 3D anymore. This here reminds me of Final Fantasy VII, where it had 3D models on top of 2D pictures.
Yeah, you get that a lot, especially in buildings
Castle
in
Town.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, we'll
and
see
Castle
as we
Town.
continue
Yeah, we'll
on.
see a lot of that. But here we go, continuing the trend that Skyward Sword and Minish Cap had, where
Really
Link
starting the
begins
trend,
game
right?
asleep.
Well,
Well, A Link to the Past, he was asleep at the start.
but he didn't have a companion. You know, he woke up from his uncle. It felt different. This is like what really started the. Can Hyrule rely on such a lazy boy? I mean, Navi said it herself.
Yeah. And we've got
It shows that Link likes to sleep in.
He does, yeah. Not quite 100 years like Breath of the Wild, but
Yeah.
I see he's feeling well rested and ready for an adventure
He needs
now.
his rest because once he wakes up, you're not gonna sleep now for the rest of your adventure. So might as well get as much sleep as you can before.
Exactly. So yeah, this is what we're talking about with textures.
Yeah, this is very Final Fantasy VII like.
Yeah.
Fixed camera angle, weird 2D background on a 3D character model.
What do you reckon this is? It's like a bowl of fruit?
Yeah,
Or-
like it must have gone
something?
bad. I mean, it's gone so bad it's become pixelated. You know, like
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
let's leave.
he lives inside a tree. It's a bit odd to say the least. But here we go. Yes, our first glimpse in Kokiri Forest as Link. I mean, we saw Navi fly all throughout it. Let's not forget.
Yeah. This is really just kind of what I love that robotic Nintendo 64
Yeah.
run.
And
And the fact she
yo,
says Yahoo!
yeah, yo, it's Google now. Get with the times, Saria.
Little mushroom here.
I don't
Very
get
cool.
the Yahoo though. You think that's how people addressed each other in the 90s? Yahoo!
I hope so. Yeah. I don't think I've never said Yahoo to anyone.
Yeah.
But she's impressed because we've got a fairy. We're no longer the boy without a fairy. We've got Navi. That's great
Yep.
news.
Now Link can flex.
And we're now a true Kokiri.
Yeah. He's one of
Definitely a true Kokiri, right? Yeah.
them. Maybe.
Quite an honor. Yeah, maybe.
We'll figure
yeah.
out.
I always forget how slow the dialogue moves, and you can skip
hit B.
some dialogue.
B actually makes it fast forward if you spam B.
Yeah.
But I guess you want to just.
And I've always loved this here. We got
You right? Link and Reptar.
something that I assume Link has carved. It's on his house. Got
Right, it has to be Link. Yeah, it looks like the drawing he does later on in the future. So it must be him. No,
Oh.
never mind. That was
the
probably
Skull
not him.
Kid.
That was a Skull Kid
drawing.
who did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
still,
still, yeah.
it is pretty
interesting.
nice. And hey, let's
Maybe
see
it
what
was,
Navi has to say.
Oh yeah. What's Navi saying?
Listen!
Listen.
Oh, the great Deku has summoned you. Yay.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I wonder if we saw Link have a kind of premonition nightmare of something that comes true right at the start there. So
Yeah.
maybe
This
that's
could
a
also be
premonition of
premonition. Yeah.
something we'll see later on in the game. We'll see.
I guess
But anyway.
Reptar makes his way into Ocarina of Time.
But here we are, and this is my childhood. This is the Kokiri Forest. This is
Yeah. These are the streets I grew up on.
yeah, right? Just such a peaceful area. But anyway, Navi told us to head to the Great Deku Tree, so I'm sure
Yeah,
we can just head
let's
right
go.
there, right? There's
Yep.
nothing
Some
in our
friendly
way.
guy over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the way he's swaying back and forth.
Mr. No Fairy.
Wow.
What an
He like
insult.
excludes you. But I mean, you have a fairy now, so what do you have to say about that?
You know, you're not a real man.
You're a real man, right? Like what?
got
I didn't even
fairy?
know having a fairy made you a real man. Aren't the Kokiri's children like
Oh,
having
true,
a fairy
yeah.
makes you never a man, if anything.
Yeah. But why would he summon us and not the great Mido? Not
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Okay.
This guy clearly is jealous of Link, even though he had a fairy his whole time. Link didn't.
Yeah.
But we need a sword and shield. That's not all we need.
He doesn't have a sword and shield, so I don't really know where he's coming from with this.
Yeah. But apparently, Navi won't do it, so we need a sword and shield with us.
Yeah, so we need to go adventuring around Kokiri Forest to find a sword and shield, which I've always felt is a really great way to start the game, that it doesn't tell you exactly where to go, so it makes you explore Kokiri Forest, and it's a tutorial in the sense that basically every character here is telling you basically what buttons to press
Yeah,
and how to do
it's-
things like that.
It's like a tutorial that you can either choose to do or ignore, and it's really nice because of that. Even down to these signs, like, there you go, nice. That was pretty smart there. You jumping over that, because there are other ways to get those rupees.
Yeah,
I'm sure you know. Yeah, like he's going to tell you right now. So if you target and then jump sideways or backflip, I believe that's how you're supposed to pick him up. Yeah, so if you backflip looking at that Roxy, you would have gotten it. Oh, you still get it.
yeah.
Huh. I guess there's more in the air.
More in there, yeah. There's a few other cases of that where you get rupees for just kind of hopping around the forest, but I don't know. Not going to complain.
Yep. I love this though, seeing Link crawl. Yeah, and that
Oh yeah.
The first person, it's so creepy because you think something might pop up. At least as a kid, I remember these creeped the hell out of me.
This area really did. This creeped me out as a kid because I always got crushed by that every single time.
Even though it's such a basic puzzle, like just go around it.
Yeah,
but
just
as a kid,
wait to go
it felt
around.
So complicated. Yeah.
But I wonder what we're gonna find here.
It's bigger than Link himself. Oh yeah, and this also started the iconic everything you're gonna see in this game started a trend. Sadly, most of it left in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but Link opening up a chest, almost falling into it, picking out an item with the light glowing is so special. And yeah, it really started from this game. And we got our first item, which is
we got the treasure of the Kokiri.
Yep.
The Kokiri sword, which is kind of tiny little. Right, well, I was going to read that, but later on in the game, there's something we could do to undo what I just accidentally did there. Where's this boulder?
But it is cool that, so you got the sword, now you need the shield, but the shield won't be given to you that easily, will it?
No.
Though I love how dinky this sword is. You can sometimes you're see Link holding it. Yeah, I think there are more rupees.
Another blue rupee?
Yeah, turn, and then another right. Immediate right here.
There we go, Anything in the grass? Ooh, a green, nice.
You gonna run into that?
Where's the boulder?
Are you gonna wait?
No. There we go,
Yeah.
I didn't think it was worth the risk. I probably could have made it, but...
I mean, you're so early in the game that if you lose a couple hearts, it won't be that big of a deal, but if you want to play it safe.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so there's nothing... You don't get any rupees for these rocks, right? There's no...
I think... No, backflip. Try. Well, maybe you already got him. I think you got him from that jump. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they must have been in the air,
somewhere
invisible,
in the air,
and then you making that jump did it.
Like when I did
this one. Yeah, this.
That, yeah. I assume they're all gone. Yeah. Let's go in here. Let's see what the Know-It-All Brothers house. Yeah.
I guess they know it all, so you might want to get some advice.
Do you know it all?
Yeah.
Teach you about the icons.
Maybe not.
There's no option for I don't want to learn about icons. All right.
Luckily, B skips all the dialogue. Like, the game knows people want to just not even bother reading. And what?
Where did that rupee go?
Yeah, whoa.
What?
But look at how low resolution this is. Again, it's so hilarious, right? But it's so hilarious to see all these games upscaled, but then certain things that couldn't be upscaled. The 3D models were, but this background is just such an eyesore.
This fire in the middle. Kind of a weird idea to have a big fire pit in a tree.
Right, oh yeah.
Strange. And they're the Know-It-All Brothers. Apparently they don't know that.
I don't think they know it all, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go on a bit of a rupee collecting spree.
Okay. I do believe there's one, right behind
here we go.
This house. Conveniently placed blue rupees, and I love how they all share the same character model, except like Mido and like a few others, but
Mido, like Fado, and I can't remember all the names.
That might be it, and
I think that might be it, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way when you get a rupee here, it's a different model. Like,
it's like a 3D ultra glossy shiny one. It looks almost like
it looks
like
edible, right?
Right, yeah. Like, it looks like no, don't open up that one. Wrong one. That's a heart.
Oh
no, I was wrong. No, never mind. Is any of them
these hearts? No, I'm sure.
I don't even. At this point,
that's a heart. Yeah, there you go. Is this a heart as well, or?
I don't think so. Maybe there's only one heart, but at this point, let's figure out. There you go.
Blue,
okay,
nice.
Not bad.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So these aren't pots that we can break, and I'm pretty sure
these are picture pots that are a part of the background image that you can't that's the reason why they're pixelated and not 3D models.
It might not be this house. There's one where there's a pot where there's like collision for a pot, but there isn't an image.
This one looks like there's collision.
I think it's here.
Yeah. That's cool.
Again, it's just something weird that appears when you try and make 3D environments out of 2D sprites. You get a lot of weird interactions like that.
All right, here, I'm going to be honest. This gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. Are you going to head up that bridge? Okay.
All right.
Let's do that. So it's funny because, again, as an adult, this is beyond easy. I don't know why I struggled. I don't know if it was the N64 controller.
Yeah,
or just,
right.
Being younger, you don't know. I don't know. But okay, you got it.
No, this is the true final boss. Okay, there we go. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Oddly, this gave me so much trouble. But how did it feel now with the N64 controller? with 20
Whoa.
plus years.
No!
Wait, what
Did
the hell?
He like stepped back when he
Yeah.
talked to her and fell off.
That's cool.
Okay. Isn't this view pretty? Well, I'm not up there, so I
You're
can't
not.
see.
Yeah, you can't really see the
Fado.
view.
But that's Fado, right? This is the one.
No,
who has
but
a bit-
it looks
that's
like
not.
it shares her model.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, Fado would be above the shop.
Let's grab a couple more, because technically we've already got all the rupees
Enough.
we need.
Yeah.
But I don't know, we might as well.
Let's take
we're
our
in
time,
Kokiri
yeah.
Forest, yeah.
And
See the sights.
Oh,
Wait,
what?
I must have missed
You
it.
should have gotten it. Yeah, if you jump
Yeah.
on all 3 in a row. Whoa.
Weird.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah, right. There's a blue rupee here, isn't there?
I've never seen someone mess that
Unless
up.
I-
Somehow glitch the game.
Yeah. Unless I got it when I fell off that somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you know where that blue rupee's gone, then let us know in the comments. Because
As well as the green one that disappeared in the know-it-all house.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
just gone. That one's just gone. Whose house is this? It's the twins' house.
Twins, even though everyone
pretty
here
sure
is
you can
essentially a twin, because they all look the same.
Yeah. Let's get a bit more money.
I'll be honest,
Why
Link
not?
clearly has the best house. He has a window, second floor. It just looks nicer. All these houses look
Yeah,
a
he's
bit
like
more depressing.
he's traded his fairy for some prime Kokiri real estate. I think.
Yeah.
He's the boy with that fair. There we go. I got a blue from that.
Nice. And okay, think this is Fado. This is her name. She's based off of the sage from the Wind Waker, which is also based off of a Kokiri. But weird how the gender was changed. So clearly not the same Kokiri, just named after this Kokiri.
Yeah. And she teaches us all about Z targeting. Or Z
Z-targeting.
targeting, I guess,
There-
as
yeah,
you'd say.
had
yeah.
to correct
I always love the way this guy isn't tall enough to be in the shop. He
Yeah.
has to like hop over the counter. Or we can grab some secret rupees around here.
Feels like you're stealing, because if you found those rupees
Yeah.
inside an establishment, I don't think it's yours, but whatever.
Yeah, would you hand in 5 rupees if you found them
That
around
you
the back
found?
of the
No,
shop?
I just spend it. Well, technically, you're still handing it in. You're just spending it on their goods. So,
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
And there we go. So now we've got the counterpart to the Kokiri sword, the Deku shield. So yeah, this
Yeah.
I can't skip with B. So some text you can, some text you can't.
I guess it's
And,
very important for you to understand.
It's very
You know what-
important. A little bit of a hint at an item we
Weird,
might
yeah.
get later in the game.
An item you cannot purchase or even hold as a kid.
Yeah, what happens if you buy it? It
Interesting.
just says you need a bow. Yeah.
You can't even get it now. Yeah. Get it,
Yeah.
come back in 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. But with our
Okay.
sword and shield, I
Yep,
better
well-
put my shield on.
Yep.
Is there anything else you think that's worth? Let's not unequip the sword. Anything else worth seeing in Kokiri Forest, or shall we heed the Deku tree's words
Ye-
and go see him?
Yeah, I think we're ready. We're decked out
Think it's
to
time?
see the Deku tree. That's not a pun. Whatever.
It works, I think.
Sounded
Okay,
like what? Yeah.
look
But
at this,
anyways.
Mido.
Yeah, sword,
Sword
and
and
shield,
shield.
and fairy. What do you say to that?
Yeah, exactly. You have a Deku shield, and what's that? The Kokiri sword. I've always wondered what the backstory of the Kokiri sword is, because it says it's a legendary treasure of the Kokiri, but why do they need a sword? They're like,
Yeah.
they're forest spirits, they're kind of childlike. You don't think of the Kokiri as fighters at all, do you? So unless it's like ceremonial,
Or just
still, it's
designed
weird that their
for
treasure is a sword.
Link.
Maybe it's designed for the hero of time.
Yeah, to come and live here for a bit, take it, and leave.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a
we
theory.
go.
But anyways, let's
Get our first
continue on,
enemies.
and yep,
Here they
there we
are.
go. And depending on how you kill them, no matter what, these ones are sticks because they're
Yeah.
very tall. So it's cool that they literally drop the stick. And again, seeing the like you said, the 3D model versus the sprite, always weird to me because it's so glossy.
Yeah, yeah.
And just looks a lot different.
These are the most pathetic enemies in the history of Zelda, and their attack is just kind of spin around.
Yep, they can't do much. I mean, they look deadly, but they're just snapping. I guess similar to carnivorous, plants. I guess that's what they are, right? They're gonna eat you. So
I think that's because they're carnivorous plants, yeah.
yeah, but they can't do much at least.
No. Here he is, the great Deku tree.
Yep. Took a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you don't mind.
Yeah. I love this music. I've always loved the great Deku tree's theme. I don't know. Like him speaking in Old English, it feels like, old music is the... I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of epic and
Yeah, I mean, it's ominous.
Ancient
It feels like
sounding and
something's gonna
ominous,
happen too. Yeah. No, it is such a good track. Yeah. But anyways, let's hear about the story. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless. I don't like reading old. It sounds just so silly when you read it. I guess you have to do it. But you said because you have a British accent, it sounds cooler coming from you.
Okay.
But
as the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the lands and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. So yeah, that's why Link saw Ganondorf before he woke up at the start of the game, and perhaps that's why he carved that dinosaur thing into his home. I wasn't even going to try and say verily thou hast felt it, but well,
you
I just
got
did,
to, man. Yeah.
The time has come to test thy courage. I've been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage, but not your power.
Yeah, well, not your power? Like, come on.
Yeah. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Nah.
I like how you can't do that.
Yeah. Perhaps you do not yet have confidence in your abilities.
I like this angle too. Like what?
Yeah.
Wait,
you don't
and
see
he's
that
done
a lot.
talking. Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah,
This
thanks
is
for
the end of
watching.
Ocarina of Time.
Wait, I actually don't think I've ever done that before. How do I trigger the dialogue again? Do I just go
I think
back
you just
to it?
gotta speak to him. Yeah, just come up close enough and then. Right?
Oh,
there you go.
there's a no Navi's.
That's you don't have to get that close. No, back up.
Oh no, I had to target.
That
him.
was awkward. Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a different
Link looks
angle.
like a giant.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Okay. Does
yes.
thou how? Yes.
Yeah.
Dost
I'm feeling more
thou
courageous
have
now.
the courage? I can't even do. Yeah. Whatever.
But yeah, look, he's so close to where it opens now. Weird.
Yeah. That is so
I must
weird.
aid
Yeah,
Link.
that is. I've never seen this.
No.
If it was up to me, the Great
Okay.
Deku Tree would be like, yo, bro, you chop in, man. Help me out. There we go. That's the Great Deku Tree for me.
Yeah. Right. Are we ready?
I guess so. The first dungeon.
Let's go. Dungeon
Let's do
1,
it.
inside the Deku Tree.
Yep.
Which, like the Kokiri Forest, is very much still the game's tutorial. Kind of still going through it, it'll teach us about all the mechanics, and I think this is one of my favorite Zelda dungeons in that it's got a job to do, which is teach you how to play the game, and it does it really well. I think
Yeah, no, it is one of the best introductory dungeons. Is that even a word? Whatever.
Introductory, yeah.
You get my point. It's easily like, because it teaches you all the mechanics you need to know without really holding your hand either, which is really nice. You kind of figure things out as you go along. For me, this is so well done. Obviously, the best video game tutorial will always be, in my eyes, The Great Plateau, but this was so good for back then and giving the player that kind of freedom without, completely letting the player do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Just gotta figure things out.
Oh.
But okay.
Speaking of not letting the player do whatever they want, Navi will interrupt us a few times throughout here, telling us we can climb these vines. But yeah, actually, I need to move away from the combat music. So I was about to say, I just love like the ambience of this dungeon, like the kind of the way it looks, and you get this. I don't know how they made a song sound like a hollow tree.
Right? Yeah, like this is where the music is the ambience. It is literally. It's like, I agree with you 100%. It really feels like the music and visuals are one, right?
Yeah, it just works so well. And
I love Nintendo for that. Like, it's not just this games, all the Zelda games.
We've already said it so many times, and we're gonna say it. There's a dungeon map. We've already said it, and we'll say it a lot. But being the first 3D game, this had so much heavy lifting to do to not only kind of show players how immersive 3D games can be, but also to teach players how to play a 3D game. Because obviously this did come out after like Super Mario 64, and there were 3D games before this, of course.
But there was never a combat puzzle-heavy game like this. Like this really inspired, and so many games after it. Not just the Zelda series. There's so many games that we played.
Like there you go. Just to tell us how to open a door.
Oh yeah.
That's how new things were in Ocarina of Time.
Yo.
And the action icon. Sorry, no, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, it's fine. I'm just saying, because that transition was grand. I mean, think about it. The last big Zelda game was A Link to the Past, right? And then we get this, which is, leaps and leaps ahead.
No!
In different.
I've just been trolled by
leaps. This guy was leaps ahead of you.
Yeah, right?
You gotta chase him down. Hit him. Or didn't you hit him? Or no? What are you doing?
What? I thought you just ran into him.
No.
Right.
Pretty sure
I'll hit him with my sword this time.
Yeah.
Right, come here. I'm gonna keep lock on.
You're
Why
not
am I
gonna.
There we go.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
You just have to kind of trap him.
Yeah.
I'll give you a clue
Well, I
where
mean,
you let me go.
You can threaten him. Maybe take out your sword. I'm sure he'll, speak to you as soon as possible. If you do that, I doubt it. I don't know.
Let's have a go. I'll hit him now anyway. See, look, this is
Yeah.
another bit of dialogue that I can't skip for a minute. Oh,
yeah,
it's
and he pooped
pooed out a
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Very helpful. Thank you very much. And yeah, he's just gone.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe
Okay.
we get immediately the game wants to give you the
Gives you the item straight away.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saving that? Why? Okay, interesting. So you're playing
Well-
this completely different than how I would do it.
Well, I assume you'd have done a lot better against that Deku scrub. You wouldn't have had so much trouble.
True.
Um,
True. No.
But yeah, you can, if you jump on that platform, it will kind of fade away, and then you have to solve a puzzle to get out of the room.
Or you can
but
just
you
ignore
can
it.
just ignore
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, here we go. Our first proper item that isn't a sword or a shield.
Yeah. Or dungeon map.
Or dungeon map.
Yeah. There we go.
Fairy
The
slingshot.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense because we're in, Kokiri and the Deku tree. The fairies are the most important thing. They're the inhabitants of this area, right? So it's a fairy slingshot. I don't think any fairies actually use this though. Probably a bit too big for them to. Maybe you launch. There's a theory. It's a fairy slingshot because you put fairies on it and launch them. There you go.
Oh, maybe
And that's
Deku
the game
seeds
theory.
are fairies
Right?
in
Right?
like I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, so you can shoot that. That's the proper way to get out. But if you left that platform, you can just hop on there.
Yep.
We'll pop up here first.
Yeah. First, see what is up here. Just okay. Nothing actually important.
I think
like
this is just a heart, right?
Yeah, this isn't mandatory to
okay.
100%, but obviously we are. This is a game we are coming in 100%, going to 100%. I can 100%
sure, yeah.
guarantee that.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, I assume we'll end up just kind of gushing about this game for the whole LP, but
Yeah.
kind of can't overstate how much we both love Ocarina of Time. It's the game of games, really.
Yes, 100%. It was literally known as the King of Games, right? Because it had the best, consistent reviews of any video game ever. I think for the longest time until
Yeah, Super Mario
forgot-
Galaxy 2 or something might have overtaken it, but
Yeah,
it should
but
be Ocarina, right?
right? But at least for a really long time, it was
Whoa.
Ocarina, and it's
There's
hilarious
flying
how
rupees.
till this day this game holds up so well. Like I'm not lying, there's so many games that come out today that don't even hold a candle to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, exactly. This game
yeah.
is what, like 26 years old now? Was it
Yeah.
1998? Yeah, but it still plays, like we've said a few times, you can tell it's a Nintendo 64 game and it was a very early 3D game. But considering that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I always love these guys. Their move is to shake and show their weak spot.
Show
That's
their
their
weakness,
terrifying.
I mean, they're flexing. They're seeing if you're gonna do anything about it, and well, too bad you did, but
Right, I need to show off their design again. This, as a kid, was just the scariest thing, right?
right, a giant.
Not only is it a
human
spider, but it's a
skull.
spider with like a skull on its back. And
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And the design is so weird because you thought that our eyes were where the skull eyes would be, but they're not. It's a real spider
Yeah.
with a spider head on the very, I guess, the bottom part of the skull where the chin is should be where the face actually is of that spider.
I don't really like to think about it too
yeah,
much.
no,
I'm not gonna
it's
lie.
definitely
Spiders
terrifying.
are bad. Skull spiders are even worse. And like Skulltula are scary in every game, but I think in this one.
You know what's funny? I used to not be afraid of spiders.
Oh yeah.
For the longest time, I used to actually let spiders bite me. I used to pick up spiders I'd see like in the corner of a room and put them on me, hoping I'd turn into Spider-Man. That's how stupid I was. But you know the SpongeBob episode where the butterfly zooms in on SpongeBob's
Oh yes.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, his water tank in Sandy's house or whatever. For those watching, you
Yeah.
guys know what I'm talking about. This might seem random. But when you saw
Yeah.
the butterfly zoomed up, that day was when I became terrified of bugs. It literally gave me
Really?
like a new fear. It unlocked a new fear. I had no fear of bugs. SpongeBob literally gave me a fear of bugs. It's so messed up when I think back to it because I'm like, I wasn't afraid of bugs until then. Speaking of which,
Oh yeah.
here's
Actually,
a golden
before I
bug.
kill
I
it.
wouldn't be afraid of this.
Yeah. So this is the first example, the first gold Skulltula, which is basically Ocarina of Time's Korok seeds.
Yeah, the true collectible that will be difficult to do. This is the one thing when you say, "Oh, we're gonna 100% guaranteed," that people are questioning. "Oh, are you gonna do this?" Yes, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll get all the Skulltulas.
It's fun to do. At least it's only 100, not 900.
Exactly. Yeah, there's 1/9 of the amount in Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Which is a lot nicer. I realize I haven't even used Deku sticks yet. Actually,
those gold Skulltulas don't scare me. They're you want to collect.
Oh
them.
yeah.
It's not like the other ones I was speaking, or butterflies or whatever. My point is, I remember I was 6, 7. I was terrified of bugs from there on out. It ruined.
So did the big Skulltulas scare you before the whole SpongeBob incident?
Yes, only because they're literally skulls. Yeah, that is just terrifying, right? It had nothing to do with bugs at that point.
So it's the skull side, not the spider side. That's weird.
Yeah.
I'd have thought, because for most people it's the other way around. Like skulls aren't, pleasant, but I don't know, giant spiders. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is one of my favorite. Oh, I want to try and look down without actually falling off. One of my favorite bits of the first dungeon. Yeah, we see a web all the way down here. You need a little bit of a leap of faith. So I remember this confused me for ages as a kid, because unless you think about what that one Deku Scrub said, when he said if you jump from a big height, keep the stick forward or something, you wouldn't be thinking about jumping from giant heights. But again, with the whole new 3D game thing, it makes sense. This is kind of teaching players about verticality, which wasn't a huge thing before. Because we do this. Way. Oh no!
Man, you messed up. You gotta be the center.
No way. I was
okay. Hey, at least you showed the outcome if you didn't do it right. So it's all for educational purposes, guys.
Yeah, that was actually completely intentional. Yeah, I meant to miss that. Yeah, I thought I was just gonna splat on the floor, and I don't know how many hearts it would have taken. And these are respawn.
Oh, they respawn.
Great. Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. We're going the scenic route through the Great Deku Tree.
I remember as a kid, it didn't click to me to get the fairy slingshot immediately, so I would actually,
try and sneak past these guys.
Yeah, which you can do. You just have to be ultra patient. But I don't think it's worth even showing. That would take way too much time.
All right, take 2. I need to get rid of this guy.
And why not use a Deku stick to show off the double damage?
Oh no!
Okay,
wait. There'll be one more.
Never mind. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, with the jump attack. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Align yourself. Stay in the center. So pull back. There you go. Perfect. And now, really? Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna not land in the water.
That was close. Yeah.
You would have found a way to still take fall damage.
Right.
Still, really cool. So there's a basement to this tree. We have reached the, the bottom of the tree. What is it? Underneath the stump. Oh. What's the roots?
Roots.
I don't know. Yeah. English words. I know them. Trust me, guys.
Yeah. Let's grab another gold Skulltula.
Oh. Okay, so that's our second one, and it's interesting because they're in dungeons, they're everywhere in the overworld, and if they're in the overworld, you can't find them all throughout the day. They can only be found at night. So collect them isn't easy, but it's fun, and it gives you a reason to backtrack throughout this game's world, which I do believe you're not gonna be able to collect all of them immediately within the Great Deku Tree. We will have to come back for one.
Yeah,
right?
We need to come back with an item from the second dungeon, I believe, to get another gold Skulltula here.
Okay, more classic Zelda. Yeah, torch.
Nice little bit of game design, shows you that the fire will burn the webs.
Yep.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah, that is cool. It is foreshadowing something, I guess. Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah. Whoops.
Yep.
Wait, I need.
Yeah, and I don't think killing the Deku.
Let's grab a little bit of fire.
Scrub matters, or the Deku Baba.
No, I think that's probably just in case you don't have a Deku stick.
Yeah, and it will give you nuts anyways.
It is one of the ones that
but I think you can change him to give you. Right. Okay. So use a nut on him.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah, and you can turn it into a stick. But I do believe if you have him,
it's just
attack you and try to kill it, it will drop nuts instead. Right. It depends on how you kill him, whether they're standing tall or not. I believe.
I'm not sure on that. Actually.
You want to test that out? I guess once you're done with this scrub, you can test it out.
Yeah. See, I managed to defeat a Deku Scrub. Are you proud of me?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
You need to remember the proper order of his brothers.
Yep.
2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. That's kind of burned into my brain now.
Same.
little
Every
sequence.
time I see like you have to solve 3 switches in a certain order, I always go middle, last first.
Yeah.
Pretty much 2, 3, 1.
Exactly.
Okay, wait, before you
wait.
continue, wait. Or I guess it doesn't matter. You'll find more.
It's not
You'll
gonna
find more.
lock. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Navi's gonna tell us about swimming.
Make sure you listen. I love how she has real dialogue, like real words.
Yeah.
Even that's the extent we'll hear. So technically we had voice acting from this game. Since Ocarina of Time, there's been voice acting.
True.
Very redundant voice acting that you only hear 1 or 2 phrases 1,000 times, but...
Exactly, or perhaps the most infamous Zelda character ever. Like
It
even
really is, yeah.
It's kind of Navi's got to the point where even people who don't know Zelda know
Yep,
hey
just
listen.
know the hey
or
listen.
whatever.
Yeah. Yep,
Exactly.
yep.
Yeah.
What's up? There's that as well. I like that.
Yeah. Was there a Deku Baba in here? Listen.
Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
But I'm sure you'll find more as you go along. Oh yeah, and here, okay, another introduction to, this is pretty much the first time you do it within the entire series, pushing blocks, and I like doing it. There's something satisfying about pushing blocks in Zelda
Oh yeah,
games.
it's absolutely iconic now. Pushing blocks in a Zelda game.
And it's weird how a Gerudo symbol made its way into the Great Deku Tree, but yeah, this symbol we see that you're pushing is a Gerudo symbol, and we're gonna learn way more about it throughout the game. And I'll get into the controversy about the logo, because this wasn't the original logo in the original N64 when I played, but we can get into that later when we actually.
Oh, is this one?
You know,
Wait, so I let it.
So jump attack it now. There, like that. Okay, so wait for it to attack you again.
Yeah.
All right, jump. Do it again. Let's see. No, wait, no, wait. And
Oh.
it does.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
See, so it is cool. So
if you stun it, you get a stick. Oh, that's cool.
if
I
it's
didn't
standing
actually know that.
stiff and tall, you get the stick. If it's not, you get the nut. You know, nut or stick. Yeah.
Out of context, that's that's really something.
But in context, it made sense, right? I wasn't
Wait,
like.
okay, let's try. Is this a regular?
So you can
this is a
choose.
boring one.
Oh no, but I think he only
this
wants
is-
to. Yeah, these
What if
ones are
I-
the dumb ones.
What if I nut on this one?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It stands tall, but
Yeah,
it doesn't
always a
affect
stick
it.
for that one. Okay. But yeah, Deku sticks. I believe they're double damage, right?
Yeah.
So like the Deku stick hits. Is it as hard as the Master Sword?
Technically, if you do a jump attack, but if you do a normal, it's just double the Kokiri
Master Sword's
strength.
4 times Kokiri Sword. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a boring one. Yeah, so
More
it's
sticks.
one of these that. Yeah, here we have to come back to this
Oh,
later.
true. But look above you.
Oh yeah. Oh,
you missed
no,
out. Oh yeah.
there we
yeah.
go.
Okay. So yeah, these.
So we get these guys. A little bit
Yeah.
of a hint of the boss. Lava. Creepy
Are they just
things.
called
Yeah,
that?
wait.
Goma larva? What are the names? I guess just Goma larva. You can
Look.
see the eggs though, which is really cool.
Eggs.
And
Very creepy.
yep, egg. Once you kill, there you go.
Egg. Yeah.
Yeah, egg. My favorite thing in the world. There we go.
Bye, egg. But yeah, very creepy. I'm pretty sure they are Goma lava. So
Yeah.
Goma is. Wow.
What?
That.
Yeah, like
I thought
absorbed
that
it.
hit. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Weird
wait,
how
we
it's
try a
not
different
registering.
angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go
I
again.
have a feeling it is a glitch or something. It should register. Whatever. I guess just have it fall on you.
All right.
It is cool how you can see
Fight
like
me.
debris
There he
coming
is.
from the egg, like letting you know something's above you. But
Yeah.
I guess it had to
So yeah,
fall.
so the Goma, we'll perhaps see something called a Goma quite soon. But
Yep.
the Deku. Oh no.
Oh, I forgot.
Right.
Navi can tell you what
That's
they
a
are.
damage.
You should start using Navi more often next time.
Oh, true. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Fi in Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, if anything,
Fi?
this originated what Fi was inspired off of. The companion that gives you information and, telling you what to do if you kind of forget was originated with Navi. Link has never actually had a companion until Navi as well. So like we said many times, this is the stepping stone of so many cliches that the Zelda series followed until Breath of the Wild. Before people were like, well, it's not in modern Zelda. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is we've reached an impasse, so we can't do anything with that yet. We'll have to remember that for later on.
Like I mentioned, yeah, it's a backtracking area we're going to have to come back to much later on when we have an item for it. Okay, yeah. Burn the webs, and I do believe... Oh, you should have hit B, but whatever.
Oh yeah, it's fine. You can save the Deku if you
Yeah, you
extinguish
can
them before they
conserve
burn
it
down.
before it like
Yeah.
burns out. But it's not. You have 9. And
They're
you
very
get infinite.
abundant, and yeah, you don't actually need Deku sticks really.
Yeah,
for
there's many
things.
babas around. Feels weird to say
Babas,
that.
yeah.
Babas, because at least in Arabic, that like in
Look, that gave me a
kind
stick
of
as well.
culture, that means dad. So like growing up,
right.
I called my dad Baba. I would just say Baba. Yeah, I never said.
So these
dad.
are Deku dads.
Deku
great.
dad, yeah. So I feel we're just like Babas on the road because yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so that's a stick, and then it's a nut only if you stun it, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just I
Bit
guess
more
to
sliding
backtrack
blocks.
and to move. Yeah. But I think you're done. Yeah. I forgot this. Like you said, it's very tutorial-like, just showing you the basics of everything.
It's
and
a very
now-
short dungeon. Yeah.
Yep. Now it's time. But you got to remember from earlier, there was a code that you picked up, and this is where it plays. It's essentially the boss key of this dungeon, which is cool because Young Link, it's like the dungeons aren't the traditional Zelda dungeons. They miss boss keys. And you got to like kind of solve it in a different way. You always see where the boss door is, but you can't get to it easily. And this time, yeah, we need to solve it this way by, I guess, putting in the code. So
Exactly. Yeah. It is like a password. Oh wow, I got hit.
yeah.
Shoot.
So that somehow that's 2, 3, because that would be 3 if you.
Yeah.
Obviously, if English is your language, that is. If it's Arabic, then this would be 3 that you're chasing down. Not.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You're
1.
right to left, not left to right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was their secret, and I wonder if was the other guy like the 4th brother? I think he said these are my brothers. So there
Yeah.
are 4, and one
Yo,
brother betrays
these are
the
the
rest.
original 4 swords? Not really, because this game is after 4 swords.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I love the way the big secret for Queen Gohma, how to beat her, is just hit her while she's stunned. Like that's
Yeah,
some
like, wasn't
massive
obvious.
secret. Yeah.
Sorry,
Thank you for
Queenie. I just gave away the formula to your demise. Anyways,
Yeah.
I'm off.
Are we ready for the first 3D Zelda boss?
Oh man, yes, I love the atmosphere for this. Let's do it. And let's
It's
see
so
if you
cool.
can
Let's do it.
if you can make this last only like 3 seconds. We'll see.
I can't.
You can't really?
Spoiler alert. I can't do it. You know where you kill it before it even climbs.
Oh no. You don't have to do that. I would just say kill it within
okay.
the first phase of it being stunned. With the
Okay,
Deku.
no, that should be fine then. Yeah.
Okay, so I love this
So,
remainder.
yeah,
You're walking
somewhere
in dark,
up on the roof, there's some scuttling.
and you have to look up because if you walk
Creepy.
around, you're just gonna hear the scuttling, nothing. But then when you look up, yeah, holy crap, was this terrifying as a kid? I'm sure you can agree with me. Like,
Oh yeah, this is the parasite that Ganondorf infested the Great Deku Tree with, and really creepy, but cool boss, I think.
yeah, very fitting boss. A very perfect first boss, being a giant eye on some weird creature,
Yeah.
and obviously the eye is the weakness.
Yep. I take it this scared you as a kid then.
Yes, so much. And
This thing.
this is a great example of the 3D space. So literally it's on the ceiling and you have to quickly stop it, before it starts sprouting out its babies, more gohma larvas. And nice!
And there
You
we
did
go.
it. Yeah, you can get a decent amount of chain attacks in and you got it
Yeah.
pretty well. You didn't even
If
need
you
the
chain-
Deku stick.
If you chain spin attacks, they deal so much damage that it doesn't
Yep.
actually have that much health.
Uh-huh.
I remember as a kid, this boss gave me so much trouble though. Was it the same for you? Or do you remember fighting
as
Gohma
a
for the
kid,
first time? or-
everything was difficult. It was just like, because being that young, you just don't know how to, handle things and just generally, like, you're
Exactly.
not used to comparing, oh, this boss is like that boss. It was my first time even taking on a boss. It was so new to me. The idea of video
Yeah.
games was new to me,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
so,
I love this boss chamber. So it was
yeah.
these are the roots, I assume, of the Deku Tree, or
It looks very rusted and busted.
wait, you've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
I mean, it is.
Yeah, you're right. Surely now we've defeated the parasite, the Deku Tree is going to be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Let's have a
goes
look.
enter this beam of light. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Where Link is just like teleported out. There we go.
Well done,
We
Link.
done well. Yeah. We made it. Are you okay? I like how his mouth is gaping open now.
Yeah. It's just stuck that way for all time. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Did you? Now
Well,
I have
there's
more to
more.
tell you.
I like how you can
Would
say
you
no to
listen?
this as well.
Yeah.
You wanna
No,
go,
but he just overrides you. He's like, no, you
Yeah.
must know my time is short.
Unlike before, where it's like, okay, you know what? You don't even have to listen. This is like too bad.
Yeah.
But it's about a wicked man of the desert. Yeah, this is the origin of Zelda's main boss.
Exactly, yeah. We get a little bit of exposition on the big bad, on Ganondorf himself, the wicked man from the desert.
Oh, and I love this scene.
He's just this.
This is
It's
so,
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fire, seeing him like just gallop across this dark land.
He ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule.
Which is interesting, because with him
Yeah.
being raised by Twin Rova, he would inherit their sorcerer's powers, unlike other Gerudo, right? It's like, it makes him seem very unique outside of being the only male Gerudo, of course. There's more uniqueness to him.
Exactly, yeah. We see a lot more Twin Rover obviously later in the game, but it is a big question on what they actually are and how they're related to Ganondorf, because they're said to be his surrogate mothers.
Yeah, because you would think they're Ganondorf's puppets or they're his spawn, but no, they helped spawn him. Or at least
Yeah,
raise
I always
him
wonder if they
from a
kind of,
spawn.
groomed him for power, or perhaps they're part of the reason that he turned out so evil was that he was raised by two evil witches.
Right?
Probably didn't
but
help.
it's weird because then they become his servants.
Yeah,
Like from their
exactly.
mother figure to their servants, it's a weird dynamic. But
Yeah.
speaking of weird dynamics, the Triforce, it's really bizarre, and the way they explain it here as well.
Yeah, so the origin story of, well, everything in the Zelda universe here. Talking about the
Yep.
golden goddesses.
So Din with her flames, Nehru with her life or no, poured
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
I guess that's the sky and the water and all things blue, just like Din was all things fire and mountains. And of course, Faeror will be all things life.
Faeror is
and
life.
Forest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think the main implication is Din creates, like, the world and, the earth and whatever. Then it's a little unclear what Nehru does because it's law
Elements,
and
I
science
guess.
and magic. So
Yeah.
I assume, like the laws of physics and how the world actually works would be Nehru. Because there's a strong implication that she's the goddess of time mentioned later on in Majora's Mask.
Yep. But they all come together for this.
They all come together for
Triforce.
this, yes. So they leave this behind.
On this right here. Oh man.
Oh, it's just
the
great, isn't
the
it?
vocals, they're doing ha ha ha. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my god. I love this scene.
Yeah.
Triforce looks like
Every
candy
song.
though. All
It
3D
does.
models look like candy. Too
They
shiny,
do, when they've
but-
got that kind of sheen on them, yeah. They
Yeah.
look a little bit delicious.
Yep.
Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his
Yep.
hands on the sacred Triforce.
Such a
Okay.
deep cutscene because this is his last story he has to tell. So-
Yeah. Just drops some fat lore and then dies.
Kicks the bucket.
Yeah. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
spew out some Zelda lore and then just check out.
Yeah, kind of like Link's uncle. Zelda's your
Dot 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 dot. Yeah. Yeah, so although we killed Gohma, our valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, he was doomed before we started, which he decided
Yep.
not to tell us.
We needed that motivation to think we could save him. If we knew it was doom and gloom
Exactly.
from the beginning, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have anything.
I think he kind of knew that, I don't know, cleaning him out, I don't really know how to put that, would be would be
Yeah,
enough
we
of a...
exterminated the bugs within him.
Yeah, I would kind of teach Link how to be a hero and make sure he
Yep.
was made of strong enough stuff to be Hyrule's
Because
final
he's
hope.
Hyrule's final hope. Yep.
Yeah. Reminiscent of
Story's
Breath of the
over.
Wild, where you hear he's the "You are our light," that line, which I've always
Yeah,
loved.
yeah.
There's something. It's what I've always loved about Zelda. Where you get these impossible odds, and then facing all of it is just this one guy,
That one seems more hopeful though.
this one little.
like
That's
calling
true.
Lincoln that beacon of light after he awakens. But this is like your last hope, man. I need help. I'm dying.
He doesn't have many other options. It's us or Mido, right?
Yeah.
We need to go meet the Princess of Destiny. I wonder what her name is.
Yeah. Probably not Destiny.
No. And here we get the first of the 3 spiritual stones. Which, if you're talking about delicious-looking objects, this has got to be up there, right?
These look the best, yeah, because
Yeah.
they're so shiny. It looks like
That's-
a green
Yeah, right.
sour
That's
candy.
That's apple flavor, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I love the way it looks. Obviously, in the sprite work, it looks so much better. The little icon, you can see what Nintendo was going for. But it's cool to see them give us 3D models. And I love how everything rotates. That's such a like a N64 Zelda thing, you know, like everything.
Like, look, we're in
has a
3D now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We can rotate things now.
Yeah.
Entreat ye Navi. Goodbye. And that's it. So our father figure, our guide, our guardian, has gone.
Yep.
Which is always the way, you know, to start the hero on his journey, you need his mentor figure to
rust and bust.
to kick the bucket. And the Great Deku Tree kind of just...
yeah, dies.
And then sort of dry up. I don't...
Yeah, you can see the leaves falling, so clearly it is like he's withered out, and then the grayness, it looks wrong. Sad.
Yeah. I like the way it's just silent here. I think you can talk a lot. You can talk a lot about Ocarina of Time soundtrack because it is just banger after banger. But then the game really uses silence well, like here. And I've always felt Ocarina of Time at night. We'll see that quite soon. It's just something special.
You really feel the atmosphere of
you do.
Yeah, the nighttime. But oh yeah, this is kind of harrowing. The way Navi's just...
It just kind of lingers on him.
Yeah.
And back to the cheery Kokiri forest.
True. And speaking of...
let me go.
The real hero, there he is, blocking
Here
the
he
way.
is, yeah.
Mido.
Interestingly, though, Mido was meant to have a much bigger role in the game. I think if you kind of go through things left on the cutting room floor, there's kind of strong implications that Mido would have done a lot more than he does in the final version, because he doesn't really do much after this.
I'm glad everything was cut.
Oh yeah, he's too annoying to be important.
Yeah. I mean, he fits as just the stubborn, you know, more experienced guy that feels like he's better than, you know, the one he's looking down at. But deep down, he's jealous and resentful that, you know, Link is so much more special. He's literally the chosen hero.
Yeah, and he's jealous of our relationship with the Deku Tree and with Saria. And
True.
But yeah, he doesn't really do much after that. He turns up for like one little kind of tiny bit later on in the game, but that's it. Oh, what's
much
Navi
later
saying?
on. Much later.
But years later on.
Yeah.
Great Deku Tree wanted us to go to visit the princess at Hyrule Castle. Shouldn't we get going?
All
I
right,
think we
let's
should.
do it. Yeah.
So that's our next destination, is Hyrule Castle.
Yep, and now we can leave Kokiri Forest, because up until now we couldn't.
Yeah, oh, this is one of my favorite bits of the game.
And actually, no Kokiri can leave the forest, because...
Speaking of silence, this little cutscene is great.
Yep. Of course, you can hear the animals in the background, giving that atmosphere of you're in the wild. It's really nice.
Yeah. But this scene does so much heavy lifting with making you connect and feel for Saria, because obviously it's a Nintendo 64 game, so you don't get that much dialogue or like involved story as much as you do in later games in the series.
But it was the biggest step up from any other game
at the time,
prior.
of course, yeah.
These were
huge.
cutscenes, because but A Link to the Past, there were no actual cutscenes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
These, with real camera angles, like look at that. This is a cinematic shot. The way the camera's all the way up there, seeing them far away. Yeah, so a lot more special coming into the 3D games.
Huge step, but it manages to do so much with so little. Like this, there's just, I don't know, such a strong emotional scene.
Yeah, and the way she said that, you're different from her and her friends.
That's okay, because we'll be friends forever.
Yeah.
So
it looks like a weird thumb. It doesn't look good.
And she's also got weird thumbs as well.
Oh yeah, true. It didn't help. They have really weird hands, but yeah.
Okay.
The ocarina. Yo, we got the ocarina. The name of the game? Not really.
So we need to remember that, right? We need to take good care of this ocarina, right? We can't let anything happen to this one. We can't, chuck it away if we find a better one or anything silly like that.
I like how Link stares at it. Very weird looking ocarina. This strange
this is a memento from Saria. It does look like a potato, doesn't it?
Yeah. The potato that plays instruments. But yeah. And since we are playing with the N64 controller, we can use the C buttons, which work perfectly for playing notes.
It's a lot nicer than playing it with a stick on the Pro Controller or the Joy-Cons on Nintendo Switch Online. I'm not a big fan of that. I always miss input.
Yep, but this was Link's only friend, and now they're saying goodbye. But the way Link says goodbye is like,
it's kind of funny.
Okay.
Couple of steps and
yeah, he's just like,
run away.
But yeah, and then he's off.
And he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Into the big wide world, which
Where she
the,
can't
the
follow
opening.
him.
She
The
can't.
Kokiris are
Yeah, the
stuck
Kokiri
in
cannot
Kokiri
leave the
forest.
forest.
Yep.
The opening of Ocarina of Time is just magical, and it all leads to this when the game opens up.
Yeah, this pan shot of Hyrule Field.
Oh yeah.
Letting you know there's way more in store. We have yet to even scratch the surface.
Absolutely iconic.
Yeah.
Hyrule Field.
But I think we should prepare for our adventure next time.
Yep. So, with Kokiri Forest done and the Great Deku Tree dried up,
Rusted and busted.
it's time to head to Hyrule Castle
Yeah.
and meet Princess Zelda, which I guess we'll do in the next episode. So, thank you so much for watching episode 1 of Zeldudes Play Ocarina of Time. I can't tell you how much I've been waiting to play this game.
Yep. This is the one I've been looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
Throughout the timeline, and yeah, I'm so excited we made it here. I can't wait to continue this series and see where it takes us.
Yep. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Cheers, guys. Hey everybody, and welcome to Zeldudes Play Ocarina of Time.
It's Ocarina of Time. Okay, that didn't even make any sense. It's time, but Ocarina of is in the middle of it. Very cool.